Come on, son.
Raphael on the track.
Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Hey, y'all, this is Ed Lovers. Come on, son, the podcast. Fuck out of here with this bullshit. Y'all know I'm back. I keep it 100% real on this podcast. These podcasts allow me to say things that I could never say on terrestrial radio and sometimes not even on satellite radio. My guest today is one of the most prolific producers in the music game now, and when it's all said and done, he will go down as one of the greatest that has ever done it. Y'all know this man, Drumma Boy, is in the building. Drum, what up, brother?
Hey, yeah,
it's a pleasure to have you, man, because
boy.
I don't get to talk to you like straight up and down like this on a podcast because of the restrictions of terrestrial radio. You've done terrestrial radio with me several times.
Absolutely.
But we don't get to kick it like this on the podcast. But first, before we start the podcast, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So
Man,
help
come
you God.
on, man. What my name is, and I'm not shouted. Hey, the Drumma Boy, man. Come on, man. We keep it 100, man.
Let's start
Memphis, Tennessee veteran.
Memphis, Tennessee. How the fuck did a young dude from Memphis, Tennessee come to be such a prolific producer as you turned out to be?
Man, first and foremost, man, I appreciate music, and I got the music history. So, I definitely be music in some form or fashion. I still remember being blacked out in this all-black room, you know what I'm saying? And my mama tell me stories of how I used to be in her womb, and she'll play Aretha Franklin. She'll play Earth, Wind, and Fire. She'll play The Temptations. She'll play Isaac Hayes, and I just kick and move, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because I have memory before life,
right,
in existence. And,
you know
what I'm
that's
saying?
scientifically proven that if that a child comes out 100% better if you play music for them while they're in the womb. And your mother played some classic shit for you.
Oh yeah, she was like party animal. She was the party queen. She knew how to, just really entertain, you know what I'm saying? And like, my brother, my aunties, my uncles, they all tell me about how she used to throw these parties and whatnot. And I remember some of the parties even growing up because we ain't never have babysitters, so we'd like sneak to the kitchen or, you know what I'm saying? I always be coming out the bedroom, like, you know what I'm saying, wanting to be a part of the party. And we had all wood floors, so I just slide into the party and interrupt the party and start dancing. Hey, what's good, bro?
Drumma just got kissed in the middle of my damn
K.Michelle.
K.Michelle is in the building.
Yeah.
Oh
Memphis,
my
Tennessee,
God! Wow.
Yeah.
What's up, Kay?
Man, we gotta get in, man.
No, I don't. No, I'm doing my podcast live right now. Get on the microphone and get on the mic and tell me what problem you have with me.
I got a hit. We got.
Talk some shit about me.
What I say?
Always have looked up to you.
What did I say?
You got on there about something. K.Michelle showing up something. You had a whole little thing, and I'm like,
what did I do? Come on, son.
I grew up on you. So I was like, that ain't even cool. You going on what people say, what people do. He'll tell you, I'm as 100 as it get. I have your back when other motherfuckers won't. So to say something about me off of what people say, I ain't never on no fake shit. I'm from Memphis. So I looked up to you. So to say some shit about me and you don't even know me, that shit not cool.
Well, I know you now. Well, come on and do the podcast and let's talk about it.
You because you have completely done amazing as far as
and so has you.
And breaking artists and doing great things. You have done great
well,
things.
You know what? As adults, K.Michelle, when we get, I don't come for anybody. That's that. First of all, that's where you're wrong. I don't come from anybody. I can't dwell my life on what anybody does. And if I hurt you in any manner,
well, you hurt my
well,
feelings.
I'm right here as a man right now to apologize to you, K.Michelle.
I want to say to you, I have looked up to you, and I don't fuck around with the radio shit because the first place radio don't play black music. Y'all motherfuckers.
Well, I'm not in charge of that.
I know, but the bosses is. I know what the fuck is going on. Them motherfuckers.
You're not talking in the mic. You on the podcast, so let's talk. I love this.
This music, we need some love. We need Motown. We got these motherfuckers up here mumbling sex and drugs and shit, and we got these radio. I'm sorry, radio, you are responsible
Go ahead
for
and
what
speak
our
on it,
people
sister.
hear. You are responsible for what they hear. You need to fight more that it's more black love and more stuff on the radio other than hoes, sex, and drugs.
You ain't lying about
that. There's a
that.
black woman who have come from nothing. Stop tearing a motherfucker down that's out here every fucking day hiring black women and doing stuff for them. We all we got. So stop motherfucking trying to tear me down or do some shit to me. I ain't always been perfect, but I always been honest. And that's all I can do.
And you know something? I'm going to tell you something right now. For you to come into this room while I'm in the middle of my podcast with Drumma 9, I don't want you to go nowhere. And for you to honestly tell me how you feel about something that I said, I respect the shit out of you 100%. Because you could have walked in here. You could have walked in here and been fake as a motherfucker. But you came in and you said to me, Ed, this is what you said. You hurt my feelings, and I'm fucking a man enough to apologize to you for that. Because sometimes, as a radio personality, as a personality, we don't understand that the shit that we say
that
sometimes
hurt
permanent.
It ain't right. And I thank you because I have looked up to you. I do look at my black men, and I do look at the people that are in the position to help everything. I ain't been perfect. I was on Love and Hip Hop. My ass, they got me at my lowest, and I did what I had to do. That don't make it right. I shouldn't have been on there with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've been doing my best to try and show women. My restaurant just opened Tuesday. I've been booked out. I'm on my way.
Where's your restaurant? Tell everybody where your restaurant
my
is,
restaurant
girl.
on Edgewood. It's beautiful. It's called Pup and Pedals. It opened Tuesday. We've been completely booked for days, and I'm hiring our people. I'm just doing my best because I know I probably have missed.
But let me tell you something. You a singing motherfucker too, and that's no matter what. That's something that nobody can take away from you. You see a lot of people come through that. Through that reality show shit, and they say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, but they really don't have the talent behind it to pull it off. You struggled for a long time. You tried to let your voice get heard. People are hearing you, and people are respecting you on that level of your motherfucking talent. You talented as motherfucking hell, and I am man enough to sit here and apologize to you, and I just made a new friend with K.Michelle.
You did.
Me and K.Michelle is all right, motherfucker.
Loved you for
and
years.
I love you too,
You just
K.Michelle.
made a
I
friend,
love
cause
you. I love you the
cause
same way.
People don't know if people love them, or people don't know who be watching them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have watched you forever. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when I finally got in the game, it was like cause I'm like, I really like him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Why is he fucking with me?
Yeah,
I can dig where you're coming from.
What people think, he know that's not even who I am. That little editing and shit that's done in 2 minutes. I'm a woman. I'm loyal.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, my favorite K.Michelle moment is the bitch done shook the table.
You gotta come drink the shake the table drink.
To shake the table. You got a drink called the shake the table.
Yes.
We are fucking with K.Michelle. Drumma, you don't mind. Drumma, you don't mind that.
Hey man, this how I do, man. We are from Memphis. We family. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? And I love that about y'all. That y'all keep this shit 100%. Y'all got a little bit of New York in your motherfucking blood. Because a New York nigga will walk right in the room and tell you, look, nigga, you said this. I ain't fucking with you right now. K.Michelle just jumped on the podcast, and damn glad to have her.
That's that Memphis shit. That's that Memphis shit, man.
And I love you too, K.Michelle. And thank you for keeping it 100 with us. You kept absolutely.
What's up with that Committed record?
What?
The Committed.
You gonna put me on the spot?
Yeah, I need.
Yes, goddamn right. Tell me about Committed. Tell me about this sucker. This podcast is changing some other shit.
It's a record.
On the wire, on the wax, we cut the record. The label want the record cut, we gonna cut the record.
Hey man, and I got some new shit. We got plenty of shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need.
I know you
Put me in with your band. Whatever. Come on, man.
If you want to come,
I'm coming.
Drink, Drumma. Let me get you everything so he can come. Y'all can come drink food. Drinks,
do we fucking have a newfound love and respect for K.Michelle right now? Do we? Do we? A lot of motherfucking people would have been intimidated by this 6'4", 220-something pound nigga. But she walked in this room and checked the shit out of me, didn't she? I fucking love this little girl right now. I fucking love her.
Hey, you never know what come on the show with Drumma Boy, man.
Drumma Boy,
listen.
yo,
they find out the kid in the building, man. Hey, man, listen.
So you working on music with her too?
Absolutely. I'm working with on everybody, man, who's serious about their career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and she's dead ass serious.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? That was a platform and a stepping stone for her to get to the level that she wanted to get to. And like I told her, if I said something, I didn't know I was on her radar. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know I was on her radar. Yeah. But if I said something that hurt her feelings, I sincerely apologize because that is one of the realest motherfuckers I ever met in my life right there, and I appreciate her 100%. Now let's get back to Drumma motherfucking Boy. let's get back to this music, man, because this music is in your heart and soul. You can hear it in everything that you produce. Let's take it back to early Drumma Boy, leaving out of Memphis and coming to Atlanta. How did that transition happen for you?
It was crazy because, like, you know what I'm saying, I basically in Memphis produced for everybody I could produce for at the time, you know what I'm saying? So I was cool with 3-6. I was doing stuff with Gangsta Boo. That's like another sister.
Shout out to her all day.
Gangsta Boo always been like family, and she was actually one of the people who was plugging me with a lot of people in Atlanta, and through her music, people heard me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I fucking love Gangsta Boo,
yeah,
man.
so she was just a pioneer.
Plug me in with Gangsta Boo. I need her on this fucking podcast.
Yeah, we're going to bring Gangsta Boo. What up, Boo?
Word
Where you
up.
at, Boo?
Shout out to Gangsta Boo.
All my fans of Gangsta Boo, man.
We follow
Y'all
each
hit up
other
Boo,
on
tell her,
Twitter.
man,
I'm going to
looking
DM
for
her.
man.
I fucking love Gangsta Boo. I love her.
And during them days, man, I was like 15, 16. I had an older brother named Insane Wayne. He was doing this thing on the beats and whatnot. But him, Jazzy Faye, Carlos Brody, Slice T, all of the legendary producers, Paragon from Memphis. You know, I was just like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand I was in the game at like 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid in this shit. So by the time I was making hits, I was just 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a call from Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy was like, my nigga, man, I got some music for you, man. If I jump on another feature, he did a feature for some cats in Chicago. He did a feature for some cats in Florida. Then he did another feature for some cats in, like, Memphis. So he was like, man, if I do another feature and I ain't got them met you yet, nigga, man, bring your ass to Atlanta. As soon as I pull up in Atlanta, I had a fucking Impala. Soon as I pull into Atlanta, man, he had like 8 bands for me. I did Pop That Pussy, Make 'Em Get That Money Right, Make 'Em Get That Money Right, and I did Off in This Game on DSGB album Universal. So that was like, I'm fucking 18. I ain't even able to get in the strip club, and we got one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, strip club records, you know what I'm saying? And through that, you know what I'm saying, Block, ENT hit me up.
Shout
like,
out to my nigga Block.
Block hit me like,
Shout
yo,
out
we working on Boys in the Hood.
Right.
I did a couple on Boys in the Hood. I did Trap Niggas. I did Look. On Boys in the Hood, Jeezy was like, yo, I'm finna do my solo project, blah, blah, blah. Ended up placing standing ovation on his project, and that was my first platinum plaque. So, you know what I'm saying? It definitely took a lot of work.
How did that feel, man? How did that feel to come from where you were at 13 years old to producing standing ovation for Young Jeezy and receiving that platinum plaque?
I came to Atlanta with $1,000, my nigga. Like, no bullshit. I came to Atlanta. So
make it or break it.
Make it or break it. You know what I'm saying? And I already had my pops on my ass. I had got kicked out of goddamn school, so I ain't really had no choice.
What school were you going to? Because you told me that interesting story before on terrestrial radio about the deal that you made with your pops. Tell everybody about that deal.
So I was at University of Memphis, and you know what I'm saying? Like the first year, I mean, just all the years at college, I had already knew the information. I was already familiar with the information and whatnot. I was going to school for music business. So the business side was very like beneficial for me, but more than anything, it was the relationships. Like a lot of the people who I went to school with now is like the head of Nike Memphis, or like the head of, you know, Sheraton Hotels, or the head of the Hiltons, you know what I'm saying? So it's just always like good to know certain people. Like the best thing you can get from college is the relationships. You know what I mean? And you know, through that process, you know what I'm saying, of being kicked out of school, like my pop, like only my mom, only like one side of my family really knew Drumma Boy. You know what I'm saying? That, like, you know what I'm saying? So when my pop finally found out I was Drumma Boy, you know what I'm saying, he was just, you know, talking a lot of shit, because a lot of people in the orchestra, they don't really look at like hip-hop music or rap.
Oh, no,
like
no. No, hell no.
So they look down upon, and they, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of his friends, these are peers, these are people who raised me. Like I said, I ain't never had no babysitters or whatnot. So I grew up in the orchestra, like just because my pop was in the orchestra.
Were you a drummer?
Nah, I never played drums in my life. That's what's crazy. But I get the Drumma Boy. I get the Drumma Boy from the little ornament on the Christmas tree. So when I was 3 years old, my grandmama had the little Drumma Boy as my ornament that I always hung up on the Christmas tree.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And through that, I just flipped it and made the shit cool. Like, all right, Drumma Boy, put an A, drop the ER.
Who taught you how to use the equipment that is necessary to use? What was the first thing that you was working on?
My
What's
big
the first
brother.
piece of equipment?
I tell this story all day, man. My big brother, Insane Wayne, shout out to EMG. You know, I was always motivated by just seeing him in a room full of lights. You know what I'm saying? He'll have me come in the studio, and it's just everything lit up. My brother 14 years older than me. So, you know what I'm saying? That was like the only cool thing I really had, you know what I'm saying, around me. Like I was wearing his clothes. I see certain little shit. I'd be like, man, let me rock this. Let me rock that. Let me get them shades. Let me get that watch.
I used to do that too, but my brother wasn't with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or even if he wasn't with it, I'd take that shit. Like,
my brother was not with it. It is tell my friends, it is imperative that Edwin brings my coat around this corner right now. I'm fucking him up.
I got to taking so much shit out this nigga closet. He just got to buy me shit or just giving me my own shit where, you know what I'm saying, I ain't never had to even fuck with this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? And like I remember going in the studio seeing him, Jazzy Faye, Slice T was like one of the first niggas I seen making beats, and just seeing the whole studio lit up, all these green lights, red lights, blue lights, yellow lights. And I come from the orchestra, so the whole time from 3, my pop had me reading and writing, you know what I'm saying, Beethoven and Mozart and Sebastian, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I ain't really know about hip hop till 10 years old for real. You know what I'm saying? So I was just applying like the chords and the progressions and scales and all of this shit that be in my head every day. Because every day I wake up at Pop's house, all I hear is all you hear is scales and shit. Like 6:30 in the morning, like you have to wake up. It ain't no sleeping in. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you know what I'm saying, he was like a drill sergeant. I feel like I went through military. I feel like I went through ROTC. I feel like I went through the Army with my pop, because he had me waking up doing 200-300 push-ups. Nigga, I'm 13. You know what I'm saying? He had me in the backyard shooting hoops with my left hand, shooting 200 shots before I can shoot with my right.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? He had me fucking like mowing the whole backyard, the whole front yard, chopping all the bushes and all that shit before I can goddamn go hang with the homies.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
discipline.
I had to play scales and Beethoven and Sebastian and whatnot just to flip. You know what I'm saying? So it was like some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shit. Like I always could relate to that, because I like one side I'm like, yes sir, da 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 da, woo woo woo, and as soon as I'm in the hood I'm like, what's up nigga? Shit, you good nigga? What's happening nigga? You know what I'm saying? So it's like really character and acting. You know what I'm saying? It's just knowing how to be in front of any crowd, whatever crowd you put me in front of. I mean, we 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Knowing the time and the place and whatnot and all that. So,
what's the first piece of equipment Wayne taught you on?
My brother taught me on an MPC. I think he had an MPC 60.
Okay.
And Slice T was like the god of MPC. So this was like in the Roger Lynn days, like real MPC fans know about Roger Lynn. And Roger Lynn was like one of the first makers of the
Lynn
MPC.
drum and the Lynn drum machine.
Absolutely. So during that day, like, you know what I'm saying, just being able to get that knowledge. By the time I was able to buy my own MPC at like 15, which is crazy, because
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about, I'm selling beats for like $2,000 a beat now. I started off selling beat tapes. When I first got a keyboard, my mom financed my first keyboard, Roland XP50, and she put it on credit. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even have the money to get it, but she had good credit, and that's where I learned through my mom, like the importance of credit, the importance of the business side and whatnot. Cause you know I'm just a young nigga walking around with cash, talking shit like, nigga, I can pay for this, I can pay for that, nigga, I can pay for this, but shit, I could have kept that money right there and still got what I need on credit.
Right.
And then just pay 100 here, 100 here, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And then build credit, and now I can go get a $20,000 item, a $30,000 item. Now I can go get a Rolex on credit. I got the real Rolex on my wrist. I ain't spend number 200 just because my credit good. And you know what I'm saying?
800s with that credit.
Just understanding
I
that, because
destroyed
now
my fucking credit.
You free so much more money. You know what I'm saying? And you able to do so many more things, as opposed to just spending the whole $36,000 on a Rolex, and now you can't travel to where you want to travel to. You stuck in one city. You can't even buy a hotel because you spent the whole $36 on a Rolex. You know what I'm saying?
When did you decide, okay, I'm here, I did this joint for Pastor Troy, I got the hottest records in the strip club, I need to fuck with this Atlanta shit for real?
I mean, I came here, like I told you, when I got kicked out of school, I already knew it really wasn't that many clients left for me in Atlanta. Like, outside of Yo Gotti, you know, it wasn't no Young Dolph. It wasn't no Moneybag Yo. It wasn't no OG Boo Dirty or none of that yet. You know what I'm saying? It was like the outskirts of the 3-6 Mafia phase. And, you know what I'm saying, 8 Ball and MJG phase.
Shout out to them.
Player Fly.
Shout out to Player Fly.
Gangsta Boo, you know what I'm saying?
Player Fly showed me a lot of love. I smoked weed with Player Fly one night.
Project Pat had
I'll
got
never do that
up.
again.
Yeah.
Player Fly had some shit, had me stuck. I was
Fly
stuck.
had
Fuck
you
you,
right.
Player Fly. And I mean that in the most sincere, humblest, and beautiful
Fly,
way. You know
Fly
what
gonna,
happened.
Fly gonna smoke you
No,
out
that
now,
nigga
you
had
know
me
what
on
I'm saying?
stuck, nigga.
Hey.
Stuck.
Fly
I couldn't feel my left leg because of Player Fly.
Man, Fly, all the legends, man. Fly, Gangsta Black, you know what I'm saying? It was just so many legendary cats, you know what I'm saying? And then you had new cats coming on the scene like the Lieutenant G's and, you know what I'm saying, Zed Zillas and, you know what I'm saying, the Block Burners. Gotti had a group called the Block Burners doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And that was back when Gotti was I&E, Inevitable Entertainment.
Okay.
So you got to just look at the growth. Like, I was fucking with Gotti. Me and Gotti came up together for real.
Do you know my man, the mouth of the South?
Absolutely, Pepper. Everybody know. Like it ain't one name you gonna name. Ronnie
That's
Woods,
my boy.
all of the family. You know what I'm saying. Ronnie Woods got out, we was there. You know what I'm saying. Like it ain't one name you gonna name.
Shout out to Pepper, the mouth from the fucking South. That is my dude to this day right here.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So coming from the M, it was just a blessing to have so many guys to work with in Atlanta because people was already familiar. When I got with Jeezy, he was a fan of Gotti. He was like, oh, that nigga talk that shit, nigga. He talk that shit. Like, man, that shit you and Gotti did. He was familiar with me and Gotti, the Life album.
Right.
That's Gotti's first album ever in history. You know what I'm saying? On I&E. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really got to do your history.
They think Gotti brand new, but Gotti been putting that work in for a long
come on, man.
time.
We been niggas know though. Like the real niggas know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like we been doing this shit. You can look at the Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying? From Tila, I'm so tired
Shout out to
of
Tila.
ballin'. We came
Shout
up
out
under
to that's another
Pimps
one.
and OGs.
You know Tila. Put me in touch with Tila. I need Tila
Oh
to
yeah,
sit here.
Tila is family.
Tila don't get enough props like he deserves.
Man, shout out to Tila, shout out to Red Boy, shout out to Jay Prince. Jay Prince was one of my first checks, you know what I'm saying? And those guys who was putting, checks in my pocket at 15, man. Again, by the time I was graduating high school, I was sitting on 25,000.
You're a child prodigy.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just a blessing to be able to make it out of some shit where niggas said I wouldn't. I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Especially my own father. You know what I'm saying? So to get back to my pop story, when I got in college and got kicked out due to unattendance, you know what I'm saying? He saw me flunking basketball. He saw me flunking gym. Like, bro, I had D1, D2 scholarships, my nigga. I could have played at University of Memphis with DeJuan Wagner and fucking, you know what I'm saying, my nigga Pargo and University of Arkansas the year Nolan Richardson got fired.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that was the year where, you know what I'm saying, it was either music or basketball. And I'm like, man, I got to be number one at whatever I do. And music was a passion. I was making too much money doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't finna go to college listening to some coach tell me what to do for 4 years and I'm not getting paid.
I think a lot of people don't understand that this life that we chose, not to sound like a mafioso, but this life that we chose for music is a fucking passion. If you're not passionate about this shit, if you're not willing to deal with this roller coaster ride that we go on, of not having anything to having something and sometimes not having anything again and then building that shit back up, then you are not built for this. You don't get into this and you don't spend as much time as you have successfully, as much time as I have successfully without having a passion for this shit. You really got to love every minute of this shit. And I want to thank you because it's you and a lot of other dudes that have put down musically stuff, and if I ever get a chance to have Jeezy sit across from me, I'll tell him this too. There was a time when I was like, fuck hip-hop. Like, this shit is so trash. These niggas is so trash. I don't want to hear nothing else from none of these rap cornball niggas. And then y'all started making music, and I was like, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Because you guys pushed the envelope of hip-hop. You pushed it to some place where a motherfucker can believe in it again.
Like to be honest, like where I come from, like and I was just in a club talking with Lil Jon. Like a lot of the whole crunk and the word crunk itself comes from Memphis. So we have to clarify that.
Speak on it, my brother.
You know what I mean? And he took that and kind of like originated a whole new crunk. Because if you listen to the bass and the bottoms of 3 6 Mafia, get buck, get crunk, these are Memphis words.
Right.
Period. Point blank. All right? And then it grew into trap, which one of the trap originators is myself. Me, Shawty Red, DJ Toon.
Shout out to fucking Shorty Red.
DJ Toon. You know what I mean? So people got to understand where trap comes from.
Right.
Like trap, I remember I was 16. My brother said, man, we'll pull up on me. I'm like, where you at? I'm in the trap. The trap was a spot where niggas hustle. This is where we get our money. You know what I mean? If you go into a strip club, a stripper's going to feel like
we ain't say trap in New York. We say crack house.
Right,
That's
but
what
this,
we say.
that's
The
what I'm
spot,
saying. So
nigga.
this
You
a
know
new
where I'm
lingo.
at. I'm in the spot.
Right, so that's
Or the gate.
That's y'all
the
lingo.
Gate. The gate was our
the
lingo.
crack house.
Nigga,
Our
don't step
lingo,
in my gate, nigga. Get out the gate, nigga.
Our lingo though, straight out of, you know what I'm saying? Like Elvis Presley, whenever you come to Memphis, you know about South Memphis, you know about Elvis Presley, you know about South Memphis, you know about Graceland, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And we through the hood, you know what I'm saying? We right there. The whole Haven, the South is big as fucking Memphis. We got a whole script. You see what I'm saying? And that shit was like a trap.
Like? Tell me, what was it like for you guys coming up,
So we
being dominated by New York hip hop? New York hip hop at one time
I was a
dominated
fan of New York hip hop.
the entire country. When do
and
you think it turned around when the South realized we don't sound like them motherfuckers, and the majority of the country sound like us?
When Jay-Z did a song called Big Pimpin', and goddamn it came down through the way.
With
You know what I'm
UGK.
saying? Yeah, with UGK. Come on, Bun B, OG, one of the OG representatives
motherfucking
to
OG.
merge
That's my
the
man.
worlds. You gotta commend and pay homage to the niggas who merged the
If
world.
Bun B is a triple OG, how many OGs do I have? Your man said shit.
Millions.
I'm a million OG then. But shout out to Bun B, man, because that was that record right there. I would say, for me, it really kind of, I would say Scarface and the Ghetto Boys.
I would definitely say Scarface, the Ghetto Boys, UGK, Master P, and Birdman. That's my top 5.
Right.
Nobody, and you got to include Jay Prince.
Outkast.
As far as bosses, now going into artists who changed the way and got the respect of New York, of course you got to say A-Ball MJG, you got to say Outkast.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Outkast was, I hear that all the time. A lot of New York cats say, man, the first group I started listening to in the South
From the
was
South
Outkast.
was the Cast.
Some say
was
A-Ball
Cast.
and MJG.
Right.
And then Outkast.
MJ,
you know what I'm saying?
8-Ball and MJG is a super important group to the history of Southern hip hop.
Absolutely.
Because if you look at Southern hip hop,
and some say 3-6 Mafia.
yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So-
I didn't
so-
understand 3-6 Mafia, but somebody first handed me the CD that I first heard from them. But once I listened to it, I was like, okay, I get it. And then it took a long time for us to realize that beyond Delaware, nobody talks like us. Philly don't even talk like us. Philly got their own shit. Baltimore got their own shit. But when you go past Delaware, you start going into D.C. Even D.C. got their own shit. But when you hit Virginia, North Carolina, and all of that shit
Now,
down 95.
North Carolina specifically, or I say more South Carolina, they got the Geechee. So if you go deep into South Carolina and North Carolina, they got that Geechee kind of, twang to it where you kind of, you know the difference between them. And then when you go further south to like Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, going through Duval, you know the Duval niggas.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that comes from the ear of traveling. Like I've kind of, got a ear for like different swing. Even Philly got they shit. Michigan.
Yeah, John and Bois and all that young Buck.
DC, Mario, everything Mario and Curry, all you were playing, you know what I'm saying? And then Cali got their shit in Seattle.
Cali got their own shit.
So it just come from
You come to New York,
little
it's
taste,
the
little
Dun,
flavor, little
Sun,
taste.
Facts.
You feel me? But then when you come through Memphis, man, them folks be like, man, shit.
That's Pepper.
First 2 words you gonna hear is
Man.
either man
Yeah.
or shit.
Ed, man. This Pepper on the phone. Ed, man. Listen, man.
Hey man, listen,
Listen,
Hey,
man.
man. All that other shit, man.
That's
Fuck
right.
That, shit, man.
That is so Memphis like a motherfucker, man.
Absolutely. Shout out to
Absolutely.
Project Pat, man. That's
Yeah,
another
shout
one
out
of
to
my
Project
guys, you know what I'm
Pat,
saying?
man.
Juicy J doing fucking incredible things right now, you know what I'm saying? And like we call it the new Memphis now, man. Young Dolph, the Black Youngsters, the Moneybag Yos. It's a lot of cats who really doing their thing, man. We done had our hand in everything that come out the city. You know what I'm saying? We believe in the city. We uplift the city. I'm one of the first people to unify the city. I got the key to the city of Memphis when I unified Memphis on Welcome to My City Volume 1. I'm up to Volume 3 right now. We working on Volume 4. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I just do to just give back to the city and just put cats on. You know
That
what I'm
city
saying?
means a lot to you.
Absolutely. This is my everything.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
that's a musical city. The history of music come out of Memphis
I'm a
is crazy.
self-made millionaire straight out of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I it's like, how can you know what I'm saying? I done got 10s and 20 of millions in Atlanta, but still I'm a self-made millionaire out of my city of Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't
So
that the
it's like
beautiful
that's
thing about Atlanta
you know what I
too,
mean?
though?
Absolutely.
That you can come here and grow Atlanta's a mecca for black people in America. I don't know why motherfuckers don't come down here and set up shop the way I
Memphis
did.
deep in Atlanta. You crazy.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We got second homes. Atlanta like the second home for us. So, you know, we all got pit stops right here because it makes sense. You might go up the street, see Dolph, go over here, knock out a song with Lil Wayne, go over here, knock out Rich Homie, go over here, we knocking out DJ Drumma, DJ Sense, K.Michelle, and Ed Lover in one stop.
That's
I mean,
right.
you're not going to be.
And Cannon. Shout
you're
out
not
to
gonna,
Cannon, yo.
You ain't going to get that.
What did it mean to you as a producer to get that platinum plaque from Standing Ovation?
I mean, it was just like, okay, I'm in the game. That was my solidification. Like, okay, I'm
Did
doing
the
the
phone
right
start
thing.
ringing off the
Oh
fucking
yeah,
hook?
crazy. Everybody was hitting me from that. That like after that came I'ma Do Me. After that came White Girl. After that Plies, Shawty. After that Money to Blow. I'm riding around, I'm getting it. 2 Chainz, you know what I'm saying? T.I. hit me up. What up? What's happening?
Oh.
DJ Drumma hit me up. Daydreaming.
Right.
Then we come back with Oh My, Oh My, Oh My. You know what I'm saying? Walker hit me up. We do No Hands. You know what I'm saying? We do I Think I Love a Gucci Man. Photo shoot, Gucci Man. I don't
Right.
know how many Gucci
For
Man
a-
mixtapes.
for
I
a
mean,
long-
my catalog with Gucci Man, I got over 1,000 songs with this man.
Wow. For a long time, and I'll say it and I'll be honest, there was and in some point still is jealousy from New York cats about the way the South has risen as far as hip hop is concerned. What would you say to cats from New York about that?
I wouldn't even understand it because every time I go to New York, I get mad love and cats be so happy to see and they taking me through the city and
Right.
they playing all of the South records. And every time I hear these South records come on, you see the whole club going crazy.
You know what I say
You know
to
what
them?
I'm saying? So and if the ladies is happy, you see the girls going crazy. I mean, you gotta you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the moment because at the end of the day, we still play Caribbean music.
That's right.
And we give them they 20-minute window, 30-minute window in the club. We play the South, we play the West Coast.
That's right.
It's a lot of people who like that influence, you know what I'm saying? That West Coast bounce. We play up top. I mean, it's about being multicultural
And that's what hip hop is
diversify
supposed
yourself.
to be.
Absolutely.
That's
and we
what- and I
appreciate
tell them-
all
I tell them-
expressions because hip hop is a form of expression.
That's right.
So you have to appreciate all the expressions. You have to appreciate all of the languages. If you can talk, that means you can speak, and if you can speak, that means you have the gift of gab in a sense. And whatever language that is, you have to maybe interpret it.
And how the fuck you gonna be mad when an artist like Nicki Minaj was right under your belt and she had to go to the South to get put on?
But look
how
how
the fuck
many
you
New
gonna be
York
mad
artists
when
you
we
got
had
that popped?
when we had 50 Cent and 50 had Dre and them had to put 50 Cent on when he was right there under your nose? You can't be mad if a motherfucker's making good music. They making good music.
You still got the top 3 rappers in history. So I mean, I don't even see what it is to cry about if somebody crying about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Pac, you got Biggie, you got Nas,
Right.
you got I mean, Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got so many legendary.
I don't know how many OGs them motherfuckers
I mean,
got.
like, come on, man. You got all the greats. I mean, what more can you have? I mean,
But
we
that's
pay
what-
homage, and
that's
we still
what-
have to come to your city to pick up our check. We still got to come to your city to pick up, you know, a whole different demographic of fan base. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And that
it's-
fan base is spread out. And thank God for hip hop because Dre, myself, Fab Five Freddy, Ted Demme, Peter Doherty, the guys that were behind the programming, that's all of us that sat down and actually programmed the MTV Raps for every week. That's what we wanted. We wanted hip hop to be a universal language because we were being disrespected by the Grammys. We were being disrespected by the artists that was out there before us. I remember guys going on tour, you know, when Will and Jeff and Running them went out with certain people and they would make them rap in front of the fucking curtain and wouldn't give them the whole stage to perform on and give them 10 minutes and 5 minutes. You know, when Curtis blowing all of them and Dougie Fresh and all of them doing it, we wanted it to be a universal language. And now it is a universal language. It's spread
Exactly.
all over the damn world. So
I was about
everybody
to say,
should be happy.
if you bring in a new dance and you spread that dance around,
Juju on that beat, nigga.
You gonna get mad the whole world doing your dance.
When
you gotta
motherfuckers
look,
was doing
you
the
go to-
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, you go to Russia, you go to Germany, you go to Bahamas, you go to Australia, you go to Africa. Anywhere you go, it's people who want to be like us. Everybody want to be hip hop. Everybody making Drumma Boy type beats.
Right.
Everybody making a beat like me. Everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, I went to Russia, I went to Germany, bro. They all got the same. They all got the, you know what I'm saying?
It has a Drumma
And
Boy
it's
signature.
crazy. Like, even for the past 10 years, man, for a whole decade, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just a blessing. Like, this something that you did that's flattery. This something that's like, okay, man, this like, damn, we started this trend. You know what I'm saying? And we all on the same team. You know what I'm saying? New York, it started in New York, then it passed through here, it passed through here, it passed through here. Guess what? Young Ma came back with a hit.
Yeah.
Fabulous holding it down.
Fab been
Religiously,
holding it down.
Mano holding it down. My nigga Mano got them going 100 all the time. You know
All
what I'm
the
saying?
time. Shout out
You know
to
what I'm
Nikki.
saying?
Nikki from
Life
Southside
of Designer,
Jamaica,
you know what I'm saying? Whether
That's
you
right.
coming out on a South track or a up-tempo track or whatever, man, just as long as it sound good, as long as we have fun, we getting money. Us, it's about us, man. You know what I'm saying? We the new us. You know what I'm saying?
And we got to keep doing it because the way shit is looking right now, a lot of white people tired of our asses. They like, y'all had 8 years of Barack Obama, motherfucker. Y'all need to chill the fuck out right now.
But
so
good
we gotta,
music ain't gonna never go nowhere. So as
It's
long as
never
you
gonna
making
go
hits,
nowhere.
you Gucci.
Absolutely.
Make the hits.
What's in the future for Drumma Boy? Tell me what you're working on right now.
Right now, we working on a couple different projects. We just dropped Alexis Ayana, dropped on February 10th. You know what I'm saying? On iTunes, definitely go get that. The project is called 21. We working on an artist named Carlone, like a new sound. We working on Drum Squad Records, just building the brand. We just did a record for 7th Streeter. We just did a record for Rick Ross. We just dropped off a new pack. You know what I'm saying? Gotti just reached out. French Montana just reached out. So as a producer, you know, definitely doing the thing, but focusing more on the executive end, you know what I'm saying, and bringing artists from scratch.
And
you know
your clothing line.
Absolutely. Clothing line, Fresh Family, you know what I'm saying, definitely growing gradually, you know what I'm saying, and then we got a liquor deal with a vodka company. We got a liquor deal still with Marino, BHLV, the champagne thing.
That champagne is delicious, too.
Absolutely. Appreciate
That
you.
champagne is everything, my nigga.
Yes,
and
sir.
the bottle is sexy as fuck. I ain't going to lie
You
about it.
did.
Absolutely.
I'm working on my album, though. That's what I'm excited
Tell
about.
me about that,
Also,
bro.
The album called The Concoction. We got a little bit of everybody on that thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm only like 4 songs in, so I just really started. But I'm excited about who we got so far, you know what I'm saying?
I came to L.A. for something, and I can't remember who I was with, but I came to your house. And I'll never forget the amount of love. It always shocks me a lot of times because I don't know how a younger cat than I am is going to react to me stepping into their space. And I remember taking a tour of your home, and I remember being down in the studio. Nipsey Hussle was in your house that night, and you were working on some music with him, and just the amount of respect when I left out of there, I was like, you know what? This dude gets it. Like, this dude is a real fucking producer. Like, there's a difference, and I want to talk about this for a minute, than from a beat maker to a producer. Please explain the difference.
I mean, you know, I once was a beat maker. I once was focusing on just making beats, you know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't a relationship between me and the artist. I might just drop off a beat and then dip. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really involved in, you know, the process of the song being made, how it's cut. Is it a quality mic? You know what I'm saying? If guys was doing it in the basement or in the attic, I really didn't care as long as they paid me for the beat. You know what I mean? As a producer, I'm sitting through the session. I'm the first one there. I'm the last one to leave. I'm making sure writers are involved. If we can't come up with a hit hook, if I don't like it, nope, scratch it. If it ain't it, nope, I'm not the yes man. I'm pushing you to death. And you going to hate me. A lot of people who work with me, sometimes they might hate me for a minute because I'm pushing the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't like it. It's not going to be easy just getting in the booth and just cutting that shit and then done. That shit got to sound like something. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like, I might record 10 or 15 songs with an artist just to practice in the gym. It's like the more jumpers you shoot, you have more of a chance of that one of them going to go in. You know what I'm saying? So don't be mad if your favorite beat got sold because you ain't kill it, but somebody else did, but focus on the one that you did kill. You know what I mean? And that's how it's got to be. Like, you can't get caught up in certain beats or this is mine because you ain't paid for shit yet. You know what I'm saying? We working. We in the gym shooting. You know what I'm saying? It's practice. I might give you a beat just to see what you do with it. That don't mean it's your beat. That means just see what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? And I might take the beat from under you, redevelop the beat, rearrange the beat, bam, and now you going crazy off this new piece of work that I just gave you. You know what I'm saying? And that is, ironically, that was how I got my first platinum plaque. Standing Ovation, the original Standing Ovation beat was sold. Jeezy hit me 6 months later. I was like, my nigga, I gave you that shit 6 months ago. That shit just like some work, my nigga. That shit dust. How the fuck you want me to get a goddamn brick that was sold 6 months ago back? That shit dust. The fuck I'm gonna do? So I'm a good businessman. Even if I could get it back, guess what? They took care of their business. Well, shit, let me give you goddamn. He was talking about 50, 60. I ain't never got over 20,000 a beat in my life at this point. Here it is. He talking about 50, 100. It ain't the price. It ain't about the money, Jeezy. The beat is sold. So I've been telling you, give me your acapellas. I started making beats on acapellas. I've been telling them it's crazy. But prior to that, I told them at least 4 times, yo, give me some acapellas. Give me some acapellas, my nigga. I'm telling you, I'm going to kill him. I'm telling you, I'm going to kill him. So now it's like, you got to give me the acapellas, or you can take it to another producer and let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, shit, he took it to another producer, let him do it. He ain't like what he did. Then he came back like, man, I need you. Shit, and I went in, you know what I'm saying? The first one, he was like, man, it ain't the first original, man. It ain't that standing ovation. The second version, he was like, yeah, it's closer. Mind you, I live in Stone Mountain. I'm driving a 45-minute drive back and forth to Patchwork just to make this shit happen on about $150. I ain't really got no gas like that, but I'm going to pull this shit off for you, Jeezy, because I wanted that bad. And he had the hottest mixtape in the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, shit, I go back to the house for the 3rd time, and goddamn it, shit, took that shit back to Patchwork. That was standing ovation.
And what happened to the person that you sold the original beat to? Did they have a problem with that?
Nah, hell nah. Fuck no, because they shit was totally different. Like, I'm a real producer. Like, I'm not going to ever sell the same beat twice. It's a lot of cats who do that. It's a lot of people who I've witnessed do that, and I look at their career now. They either got jumped, got beat, got something happened to them. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, you wonder how I deal with so many cats. Like, I'm dealing with Gucci Mane and Jeezy at the same time.
And they don't even like each other at that time.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm still the man who I am. I ain't got nothing to do with that, but I provide the heat. You know what I'm saying? And Gucci hit me. Gucci's so cool. Gucci hit me like, boy, that shit you did for Jeezy, boy, that shit, hey, man, come on, man, I need some of that drum, boy, I need some, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like more of a competition, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you feel Jackson, man, everybody want to be coached.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Who do you look to as a producer and say, that motherfucker's incredible?
Justice League. Hands down, Justice League. You know what I'm saying? They real musicians. They play instruments. And they on my level. We speak the same language. We family. When I see them, when I can sit in their studio and I can hang out in that motherfucker and not even have to make a beat, think about nothing. I just want to be in their sessions. Them the only producers that I want to be in their sessions.
What's the last joint that you heard and you said, damn, I wish I'd have made that?
I ain't never felt like that, ever. I appreciate other people's contributions. And the world is so big, you can make a million beats. You can make a million songs. You know what I'm saying? When we dead and gone, there's going to be a million more producers doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I don't ever be like, damn, I wish I made this. Damn, I wish I'm happy and thankful that I'm here and able to be able to do what I've done so far. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what haven't you done that you want to do?
I haven't introduced my own platinum artists. So right now we got a couple artists from the ground up. You know what I mean? I like doing shit from the ground up. It's just
tell me about who
challenge.
You got.
We got Alexis Ayana. I spoke on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Brand new artist. She just turned 21. The project dropped on iTunes. 21. Definitely check it out. We got a plethora of different singles. We just got Quavo on the record. We did a song on there called Bad Enough featuring Quavo. So definitely check that out. Follow her at Alexis Ayana, Ayaana. You know what I'm saying? Follow me at Drumma Boy Fresh for those who don't. And, we introducing a plethora. I got another cat named Carlone, SYL, on Instagram. Alex242 Music, an artist out of Bahamas. Incredible artist, you know what I'm saying? So we just working, man. I don't have a female plaque. So that was just to answer your question. I ain't got a female plaque yet, so I'm trying to get that female plaque. We working with K.Michelle.
Shout out to K.Michelle for stopping in and keeping it 100.
Shout out to Keisha Cole.
I'm fucking in love with her right now.
We working with everybody, Keisha and K. Them both my family, man. We working with everybody, man. Yeah, we also working on Scotty ATL, man. It just dropped. Make sure you go get it. Who Shot Cupid, man? Who Shot Cupid? New Scotty ATL project, man. Executive produced by Yo Boy. Hey, yeah, boy.
Yeah, and you doing your thing, bro.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate you fucking with me on this podcast, for real.
Absolutely, man.
Well, my man Drumma Boy in the building is, come on, son.
Come on.
As usual, y'all keep God first. Everything else will fall into place. We'll talk at you, with you, and to you the next time we do this podcast. Be good. If you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, then name your baby Drumma Boy. It's Ed Lovers. Come on, son. The podcast. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. We gone, y'all. Peace.
This episode of Come On, Son, the podcast is produced and engineered by co-executive producers Kimana Paulus and Krista Hayes. Recorded at Mean Street Studios in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. This is an official Loudspeakers Network podcast.